What is up, beautiful people? I'm Tyler and welcome back to Argonaut Gaming. Today we are going to give you our top 10 most anticipated games for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. If you are new to the channel, we provide news and thoughts on the latest in gaming and entertainment industry, as well as live streams, gameplays, and reviews. If that interests you, we ask that you please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon. Not only does that help our growth as a channel, but we would love to build our community with you. As you all know, we are on the horizon of a new generation of consoles, and although there have yet to be revealed any concrete release dates for such titles or the consoles themselves, we do know that we are looking at holiday 2020 to be our target range. We have based our titles on the information that we have been provided with so far. A disclaimer beforehand, these game titles are listed in no particular order, as we don't have an extensive amount of information to go off just yet. Without further ado, let's get into number 1 on the list. Insomniac brings us the second installment in the Spider-Man universe. The fans asked for it, and Insomniac is delivering. This second title will be centered on Miles Morales and his rise to greatness. We don't have too much info on the game, but we do know that this has been branded as a standalone game. Simon Rudder, head of European business at Sony, tells us that in scope we should expect an expansion and enhancement to the original game. An expansion in the sense that this will be more of what we already know, but Miles will obviously be the focal point, and it's very relatable in the scope to a title such as Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. We should expect an enhancement in the realm of gameplay and technical upgrade, this obviously being due in large part to the technical and graphical capability of the PlayStation 5. We're so excited to see how the gameplay differs from being that Miles does have some additional powers on top of those that he does share with Peter, such as the ability to camouflage with his surrounding environment and his ability to produce bioelectrical energy from his fingertips. Sony first introduced Horizon Forbidden West to us during their livestream event on Thursday, June 11th. We were first introduced to our heroine Aloy in the first installment, a young girl cast out of the Nora tribe at birth and raised by another outcast named Roth. After retaining a focus as a small child, Aloy progressively learns to master her new perceptive abilities, and this only aids her on her hunt to track down those who killed her tribe and ultimately tried to kill her. This will eventually lead to Aloy's investigation of what happened to the old ones. We are told that in this new installment, Aloy and Silence will return, and our characters will be moving westwards. We're excited to see what new machines we'll be facing this time around, and how the story will unfold with the new explorations of America. This one should be no surprise. After Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Ubisoft was on a string of Assassin's Creed games that seemed to be plagued by plot holes and gaps in storytelling, along with technical problems and graphical glitches in games like AC Unity. We spanned various timelines from 1191 AD during the Third Crusade in the original Assassin's Creed, to the Industrial Revolution of England in 1868, and more specifically, Victorian-era London in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Ubisoft took a 2-year break after Syndicate to produce Origins, which ultimately marked the revamping of the series, took the series to new graphical heights, and improved upon just about every in-game mechanic that we've seen. We saw Bayaka Siwa's journey in Egypt during the reign of Cleopatra in 49 BC. Fast forward 1 year to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Ubisoft ran it back 400 years before Origin. We got to play as siblings Alexios and Cassandra during the span of 431 to 422 BC. Syndicate first introduced the ability to play as both siblings, Jacob and Evie Fry, and Odyssey used the same mechanic, but it just couldn't be in the same playthrough. A similar feature has been confirmed in Assassin's Creed Valhalla that more or less combines both mechanics with the option to switch genders at will. We can also look forward to the very much anticipated Viking gameplay, which has been shown to be accompanied by more of the naval gameplay elements first introduced in Assassin's Creed 3. Ubisoft has been on the up and up with the AC franchise, and we can't wait to get our hands in the game to see what Evor's story gives us. We are excited to check back in with Ratchet & Clank after a current 5-year wait. As we don't have a release date yet, and it wasn't announced as a launch title, it's very likely that we won't see this game until 2021. So that 5-year wait might turn into a 6. But nonetheless, we're ready to get back to it. Ratchet & Clank provides many of us with a lot of nostalgia, being that many people were children when the first installment came out during the holiday season of 2002. One of the most exciting elements of this game's release is that we are told by Insomniac's acting creative director on this game, Marcus Smith, that this game was made specifically with the PS5 hardware in mind. So we should expect the series to be the best that it has been up until this point. Loading screens will be the thing of the past. Really pumped to find out more about this game. Resident Evil fans are very ready to see this game and story come to fruition. We will take the helm of Ethan again. We are told that Ethan has resorted to trying to rebuild his life with his previously missing wife, Mia. Iconic hero and series regular Chris Redfield will also make a return, and we've yet to be told to what extent his role will be played in the sequel. Capcom revamped the series with RE7 to a very defined survival horror experience, introducing a first-person perspective with varying camera angles that really made an impact on gameplay. Resident Evil 8 will be powered by the RE engine, and we can expect to see some serious graphical power with the newest installment. 2021 is when we can look to dive into the experience, and we're really looking forward to it. Resident Evil fans, survival horror enthusiasts, and fans alike, this should be a good one. This game seems to be one of a special nature. Bandai Namco has presented us with the information in a trailer of the game that is very anime-esque. Gameplay has given us a vibe of a mixture between Nier Automata and Tokyo Ghoul, which are both great games to play for fans of the genres. Bandai Namco conveys the synopsis of the game as, and I quote, "In a far distant future, a psionic hormone was discovered in the human brain, granting people extrasensory powers and changing the world as we know it. We will take on the role of Yuito Sumeragi, a recruit to the OSF, the other suppression force, humanity's last line of defense. We'll take on the threat that rained down from the sky known as the Others, and helm Yuito as he aims to become an elite psionic while honing his talent in psychokinesis. Scarlet Nexus seemingly will provide us with a new original story that has the possibility to draw in an exterior fan base for those just of the anime style genre. We can't wait for this one, and we hope that the final product can live up to its potential." The second title on this list from developer Capcom, and quite possibly the most ambiguous game on the list, we don't know too much about this up-and-coming title, but based on the little bit that we have seen, the best way that I might describe it is a mixture between Death Stranding and Bioshock. We're faced with an environment that from the outset looks very post-apocalyptic, almost as if there was some extraterrestrial force that inhabited Earth. And even more than that, we are then faced with a complete opposite when we see that our two believed to be protagonists are standing atop the moon looking down at Earth. There's obviously some type of special circumstance that will be set within this game, and we're excited to see what that is. The story could prove to be a unique one. We don't have a release date yet, but we do know that 2022 at the earliest is when we will see this game come to light. This game is going to be a very beautiful one, regardless of what type of gameplay we are looking at. Another game on the list which will ultimately prove to be an original story. We can't wait to see what our protagonist Keena's motivation will be. From Ember Lab, a first-time game developer, we get a very surface-level plot reveal, and I quote, "a story-driven action-adventure combining exploration with fast-paced combat." As Keena, players find and grow a team of charming spirit companions called the Rot, enhancing their abilities and creating new ways to manipulate the environment. The vibe we've gotten in terms of graphical style is almost The Last Guardian-esque, but again, we do only have so much to speculate on, but just know that the gameplay that we have seen looks fantastic, especially the idea of using a bow that fires what looks to be spiritual, or for lack of a better word, intangible arrows. At the very least, we know that this title will have a very supernatural atmosphere. Developer Tango Gameworks is a Tokyo-based game development company. You might know them from 2014's survival horror game The Evil Within, or its sequel, 2017's The Evil Within 2. As we have two games from developer Capcom on this list, it is worth mentioning that Tango Gameworks was founded in March 2010 by former director at Capcom Shinji Mikami. It is very possible that Ghostwire Tokyo might have a strong relation to gameplay from Capcom games, or be similar in scope environmentally to games like The Evil Within. I will say that the trailer gives our team here a very super hot VR feels. Nonetheless, know that our goal from a surface level will be to save a city. Tango Gameworks describes this game as, and I quote, "Tango Gameworks is using the power and speed of PlayStation 5 to forge a beautiful supernatural version of Tokyo like never before. With unparalleled haptic feedback for every ability and character action with the DualSense wireless controller and advanced 3D spatial audio that immerses the player in an ominous city with dangers to uncover around every corner." We are excited to take the helm of these new abilities, and we're also curious to see how PlayStation's new DualSense controller plays into this gameplay and to what extent its new features will be utilized. We are always eager to take down some supernatural baddies, so we really look forward to how this game evolves as we learn more about it. As we wind down to our last game, we have to give Xbox Game Studios, 343 Industries, and Skybox Labs some love. Go ahead and pause and take the next couple of seconds to guess what the final game of this list will be. Yep, you most likely guessed it. This isn't a Dora the Explorer type of thing where the person behind the screen guesses every one of the wrong answers, yet Dora still comes back to inform the child that they are right. As soon as I said Xbox Game Studios, you probably knew it, or at the very least had some idea. We are absolutely pumped to continue Master Chief's story in Halo Infinite. From what we've seen, we can expect to get a very intimate experience with Master Chief and really get to interact with his character on a more personal level than we might have seen in any previous installment. We will ultimately be faced with 343's all-new Slipspace engine, so if nothing else, we would not be remiss in expecting superior graphical performance with this latest installment of the Halo franchise. Xbox has statistically tended to have the upper hand, graphically speaking, with this current generation of consoles, and more specifically, the Xbox One X. Halo Infinite will be a continuation of Halo 5 Guardians. This title has been confirmed as a launch title for Xbox Series X, so we can and should, barring any outstanding delays or miscellaneous circumstances, expect to see its release this holiday season 2020. All the titles of the video will have their respective trailers linked in the description below. We will keep you posted on the status of these games, other upcoming games, and game news in general. Be on the lookout for our review on Ghost of Tsushima coming up next week. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and comment down below which system you will be getting, PlayStation or Xbox. And let us know which of these games you're looking forward to. And if you didn't see your most anticipated next-gen game on this list, then comment down below what game it is and why you're looking forward to it. Your pick might be featured in an upcoming video. For more on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. We appreciate your time and support so much, and we'll see you in the next video.